What's happening? My name's Brian Mello with Marty's GMC here in Kingston, Massachusetts, and in today's video, we'll be taking a look at this brand new 2024 GMC Acadia AT4. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking 2024 GMC Acadia. This is the brand new redesign for 2024. If you're new to my channel, what I'm gonna do is a quick walk around the exterior of this new SUV, show you some of the highlighted features there. Once we're done, I'll put the window sticker up for you to take a peek at, and then we'll of course go over the interior as well. I always like to start things off with the key fob. You can see we've got our lock, we've got our unlock, remote start, raise or lower the lift gate, panic button, and then we've got our GMC branding there on the back. Go ahead and throw that in my pocket. Now, this is, as I said, the redesigned model for 2024. First thing you have to notice is the new headlight design. It definitely matches up with the rest of the brand. When the spy photos of this first came out, I said it looked like a little Yukon, and it definitely fits that description. So we've got the C-notch with the black housing that makes the LED lighting much more prominent, in my opinion. We've got the LED fog lights down low. You can see you've got your front parking sensors. This being an AT4, you've got the red tow recovery hooks. Lower valance is all blacked out. We've also got the AT4 grille with your AT4 branding in the lower right-hand corner. And also, you will notice we've got a front camera to the HD surround vision camera system, and I will show you how that works once we get inside. I love the new front end of this thing. Leaps and bounds better over the previous generation, at least in my opinion, and this vehicle is also bigger than the previous generation, so you're going to get more room inside. I know when they made the changes on the last one, that was a common complaint. They kind of made it a little bit smaller inside, so people ended up having to step up to a Yukon. Now I think this fits the gap a little bit better between the Yukon and the Terrain. Underneath the hood is a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, plenty of power, and that's matched up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, one thing I do want to point out, because I'm so glad that GM did this, you will notice this little corner light is not an amber reflector. They used to do that. It drives me crazy on some of the trucks. I think it looks terrible. I'm really glad a lot of people were actually switching these out on their own. Really glad they did this. It just looks so much better. Down low, here's a look at your 18-inch AT4 wheel, and that is wrapped in a Goodyear Wrangler tire. It is a Territory AT. 265/65/18, and although this is a more aggressive tire, road noise is not something you're gonna have to worry about at all. It's still a nice, quiet ride, and the felt wheel liner definitely helps. So this absorbs a lot of the sound from rocks and stuff that would go up and, you know, ping around in a metal fender. So definitely a nice touch there, that more luxury feel, of course, as a GMC. You get the AT4 branding lower on the door. You'll also see we've got the color match mirrors, marker indicators, and then down low you can see another camera for that HD surround vision camera system. Now I'm gonna step back. It's a little windy. I think we have a storm coming. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad, but I wanna give you all a side profile view of this thing. Just a great looking SUV. Like I said, they did a fantastic job with this redesign, in my opinion. You guys will have to let me know what you think. We're gonna walk around the back, and you will notice, well, at least some of you might notice, the lights in the back also matched up to the design language of the rest of the lineup. Your tail lights, notice that same C-notch that you have in the headlights. Really good design cues there. You've got your rear wiper. You'll notice you've got another camera up here. We've got another camera down here. Your rear backup sensors. You've got quad exit exhaust. You can actually, I can hear that turbo whistling just a little bit. Your trailer tow package is hidden right here underneath that cap. Really easy to get access to if you need it. I'm gonna reach under here, give that a tap. We're gonna open the back up real quick. Now, if you own a previous generation Acadia, or one of like a 2019, 2020, 21, you'll notice a lot more room in the back. And then, of course, if you need even more room, you can just drop these seats, and I'll show you how we do that once we get into the back. I do want to show you all the window sticker first. Now, in the back, you'll also notice this slot here. You can put the like a crossbar here, and then you can get like a net so you can cover up your cargo in case, you know, maybe you're doing Christmas shopping, you have this thing stuffed with, you know, expensive gifts. You don't want everyone to be able to know that what's in the back. You've also got a power outlet down here. If you're somewhere where you need, you know, maybe need to run a radio or something, an air pump, whatever the case may be, you do have access to power in the back, nice and easy. You've also got another place for even more storage underneath. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tap this button. That's gonna drop the lift gate for me. And now I want to give you all a quick look at the window sticker. I'm going to put it up on the screen so it's easier for you guys to read right now. You can see we've got a 2024 Acadia AT4 all-wheel drive, of course. What's the point of an AT4 if you don't have the all-wheel drive system? Exterior color on this is ebony twilight metallic. Interior is cloth Coratec Forest Storm. I love the interior on this. I think you will too. You can see the standard vehicle price is $50,000 even. When does that ever happen? However, we did option this one out. So you can see we've got the Super Cruise. We've also got the luxury package. Super Cruise, if you haven't tried it out, it's basically GM's autonomous driving. Almost think of it more like a really advanced adaptive cruise control. Really cool, something that we can talk about, but it's something that you really need to try out on your own. We've got the panoramic sunroof with the sunshade. That's a $1,500 option. And then there's that luxury package, another $1,100. I think it's well worth it. Gets you the heads-up display, the heated rear outboard position on the seats, the acoustic laminated windshield, the heated wiper, ventilated driver and front passenger seat cushions. Ebony Twilight Metallic is a $495 option. And then that gives us a total vehicle price of $57,930. As far as your fuel economy goes, in the bottom left corner, you can see 21 is combined, 19 city, 24 highway. I'll go ahead and leave that on the screen for just another second, then I'm going to take that off in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a look in the back. Now, I'm going to step back and give you all a look at the door first. One thing I really like is the contrast stitching. So you can see it's like a really dark, it's like a dark greenish gray color. It's really hard to describe. It's something, once again, I hate to keep saying it's something that you really want to see in person, but it is something that you want to see in person. But then you can see this contrast stitching with the tan and the red, and then you've got almost this aluminum, like a stainless finish here, and aluminum looks really, really good. The combination of different materials really sets that whole luxury feel with GMCs. In the back, you've got your two captain's chairs, and these are both heated. You might be able to see kind of that green color a little bit better on the inside here. You'll also notice you've got that tan piping, some tan contrast stitching. You've got the red and tan stitching here. It's perforated, obviously heated. And then this little handle here, if I give that a grab, I can lift that seat up, push it out of the way, and that'll give us, this is just the floor mats. We like to keep these wrapped up so that they don't get dirty until someone actually takes this home. There's a look at your third row. And before you ask, yes, this seat is pushed very far back. You do have plenty of room back here. We have fit 4 adults. Did we have 5 adults? We might have had 5 of us back here. Yes, we did. We had Zach stuffed in the middle. We had 5 adults in here, and we were comfortable. We were fine. Is a Yukon going to give you more room? For sure. But a Yukon's going to bump you into a much higher price. This is a lot easier to swallow, even though the prices are still, they're a little crazy. Not our fault, but this was definitely a lot easier on the wallet than a Yukon will be, and you'll get more options. So in the back, you've got your climate controls. You've got 2 USB-C ports down here. You've got a full AC outlet, and then a little pocket down here so you can store some junk, maybe chargers, some stuff for the kids. You've got the map pockets on the back of both seats, and if I look up, you can see that panoramic glass roof. All right, let's jump up front. I'm going to give you, steal my sunglasses holder here so they're not in the way. There's a look at the door there. So look at your door sill. I always leave the plastic on these because people get them all scratched up, and that drives me out of my mind. But really nice look here with the AT4 branding on the door sill. You've also got some AT4 branding on the headrest. Once again, we've got contrast stitching, that tan and green. I honestly didn't think I was going to be a huge fan of this interior color, but now that I've seen it in person, I like it. I'm usually a very basic black interior kind of a guy, but I actually like this. This is something I would actually opt for this. I'm surprised. If you can't tell, I'm actually surprised at myself. All right, let's jump inside. Now, I'm trying to keep this video short and sweet. I don't want to keep you here forever. So I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. Of course, at the end, if you have any questions or concerns or I missed something, a lot of times, you know, you guys know these even better than I do. So if I missed something, leave a comment. If you have a question about something that I didn't address, leave a comment as well. So starting on the left, we've got our power windows, power mirror controls, power door locks. We've got our electronic parking brake, our mode selector, all-wheel drive, our auto start and stop. I hate this feature. I don't know who decided to put this in every vehicle that comes out now, but I am very happy that there's a button to disable it. Gauge cluster brightness. Now we've also got our heads-up display on this. It is nearly impossible to ever show a heads-up display on screen. You might be able to see kind of the numbers there. Trust me when I tell you, it's a lot more impressive in person. Definitely something you want to check out when you take one of these for a test drive. Coming up here over on our steering wheel, we've got our forward collision alert, our cruise controls, our super cruise controls. We've got our heated steering wheel. All these controls here are kind of like you have your voice controls and hands-free, but also this controls our digital instrument cluster. So you can see I'm kind of scrolling through our different features there. I can enter in, I can select, I can go back. So that's what this control does. You also have audio controls on the back. So volume up and volume down. There's a toggle switch you can see on the screen there, volume up, volume down. And then you've got paddle shifters. This little, well, it's a camera, but this, I was going to call it this little thing here. Everyone just asks, so what is that thing? So I always refer to, well, that thing is. So that is actually part of the Super Cruise system. It is a camera looking at your eyes to make sure that you're focusing on the road. And basically what it is designed for is to make sure that if people are using Super Cruise, autonomous driving, that they're not driving with a phone in front of their eyes. You're actually still supposed to be looking out the windshield. And if you don't, we've tested this, you know, if you look away, if you look at the floor, you cover your face with a phone, it'll start to flash as an LED right in the steering wheel that will flash, and then Super Cruise will disable. So make sure if you're using Super Cruise, you still pay attention to the road. Obviously, also what we're looking at is our digital instrument cluster. Huge fan of that. Surprisingly, I prefer it over the analog displays. And then over in our center stack, we've got our giant 15-inch touch display. It has absolutely everything. I mean, cars are basically computers at this point. So you've got Android Auto, you've got Apple CarPlay, you've got all your cameras. I'll show you that in just a second. Amazon Alexa. You've got ambient lighting controls. It's bright enough right now that you're not really going to be able to see it. Maybe if I put it in drive, you might be able to. Let me jump into that actually really quickly and see if I can change it around and get it to go. Yeah, it's going to be tough to see it in the day. So you have ambient lighting. You have a bar here. Bars go down there. There's also right there in the corner on the door. It's just tough to see when it's so light out, but at nighttime it is like a light show in here, and you can customize it obviously to whatever you like, different colors. I think the first GM vehicle that I saw this in is a Camaro. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong if it's been in something else. Personally, for me, I usually leave that in blue. Actually, let's crank the brightness up. That might help us out a little bit. Also, let's go down here, turn our lights on. Yeah, it's probably not going to activate until it's just too bright out. So that's your ambient lighting and how you can adjust that and how you can change all that. You've got a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot. You've got your maps, your climate controls, and all that. I want to show you how your cameras work. I'm going to jump into there really quickly. You can see there's your overhead view, overhead back. My favorite cameras, I always call these the curb hunter cameras, because if you're going to back this thing up and get it tight to a curb, you'll be able to get close to the curb without curbing your nice wheels. So definitely a benefit there. What else do we have? Obviously, your Bluetooth smartphone integration, your My GMC, podcast news, all that kind of stuff. Your volume control is right here. You've got headlight controls. Most people leave these in auto and never touch them. So, don't, you know, it's a little weird at first. Headlight controls and the touchscreen, but rest assured, it's something you definitely will get used to. Ventilated seats and heated seat controls. Tap that. You can switch between heated seats or ventilated seats and how strong or how powerful you want them. You can still control your AC with these toggles, and I'm very happy about that. I do still like buttons. Down here, you've got your wireless charging mat, and one thing that I really like that I don't think a lot of manufacturers outside of GM do is this is actually cooled, because your phone will get really, really hot. Like, I can feel this right now, and it is ice cold. So huge benefit there as far as charging your phone. You've got a USB-C, a USB port, obviously your cup holders here. Big center console, place to keep plenty of junk, and then you've got a upper storage compartment as well. And that is kind of the quick rundown. You've got your HD surround vision mirror. Love this thing. You can change the brightness. You can change how far zoomed in or zoomed out you are. I like it zoomed all the way out, and then you can change the tilt. You can adjust this obviously on the highway. I have it set up in my vehicle so that I can see all the lanes behind me, no issue. So zoomed all the way out, and brightness turned up all the way as well. That, my friends, I think is kind of the quick rundown of this thing. This is only the second one of these I've had the privilege of getting behind the wheel of. I'm going to take it for a quick drive up here and park because there's someone behind me that wants to get through. But yeah, this is the 2024 GMC Acadia AT4. I would love to know what you all think about it. And like I said, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or if there's another vehicle that you'd love to get a better look at, let me know. I'm going to try and start uploading at least once a week, a new vehicle tour, a new vehicle walk around. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If this helped you at all, don't forget to like that video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care.